السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. سلام قبل كلام. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ما شاء الله لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. How many voices now on the internet? Millions of people made their own TV stations, broadcasting 24/7, whatever they like to say. Whoever listens, listens. Whatever you can take from it, take. Madad ya Sayyidi, I'm asking help, spiritual help from my Shaykh, Awliya, Allah, the friends of God, friends of Allah. They have a Wi-Fi power, among other things. There was a famous scientist back at the turn of the early 1900s, when electricity was just becoming introduced into society. There were two main figures. One was Edison, Thomas Edison. One was Nikola Tesla, because electricians are here. Edison, he was a proponent direct current. Tesla was proponent alternating current. Tesla's system won, but Edison personally won. He stole it and made it his own. Then Tesla was disappeared, but he was working. They say he was working on a system to broadcast electricity without wires at a distance. Instead of having all these substations and transformers and wires and he was going to be able to broadcast it like we now have Wi-Fi. He was going to send the power that way also. I don't know. Awliya Allah, saints, the friends of Allah, friends of God. Some of them is given a power like that to send their spiritual power at a distance, like a Wi-Fi. They use it to help people that are in need, to give help to their followers, their disciples, according to their istidad, preparedness, preparation. Istidad. You have to forgive my Chicago Arabic, it's not good Arabic. Everyone receives according to their preparedness, what they're able to carry. As people have different capacities for intellectual knowledge, they have different brain capacities. Some is big scholars, some people can't read or write or do anything. Some is ordinary, some is genius. People have different capacities for catching that spiritual broadcasting and using it. In hadith, Sayyidina Umar, radiallahu anh, he dismissed his commander, Khalid ibn Walid, although he had led the army for so many years, because he had a connection with Sariya. One person, he was able to take that spiritual power, that Wi-Fi, that telepathy. There was a famous incident happened at a battle when Sayyidina Umar was in Medina in one place, and the battle was in another place at a distance. Sariya's men were being surrounded by the enemy coming from the other side behind the mountain. And Sayyidina Umar, I think, was giving khutbah, the sermon, on Friday. He was on the pulpit, the membar. Suddenly he shouted, Sariya, the mountain, the mountain. Or like that, Jabal, Sariya, Jabal. And at that moment, Sariya was able to pick that up. I don't know where that battle was. In Persia, in Iran, what's now Iran. And he adjusted his army accordingly, and he won the battle. So it has a foundation in hadith. People say, where are you bringing this from? No, it can happen. It can happen. It's well known. Most of the people on the internet nowadays, you don't have to convince them. They believe in things like that now. They believe in telepathy and extrasensory perception and receiving information at a distance. I say remote viewing they have now. They trained some people during the war to concentrate and to be able to say where the enemy was, where the ammunition was, there was a famous incident in the 1950s. A atom bomb fell out of a plane by accident. The doors open, and it dropped into the ocean, I think off of Spain. And everyone was going crazy. They have to find that bomb before the other guy finds it and uses it to make their own bomb. And they used those remote viewers to concentrate what they were imagining, and they trained them to sharpen their imagining powers to be able to, and they found it. They found it. So people have a capacity for seeing and hearing and thinking beyond the normal level. Awliya, they have that power, friends of God, each according to his rank, and they use it to help their murids, their disciples, in difficulties. And they use it, they send a kind of electricity, as Mr. Tesla was trying to develop. In Islam or in Arabic language, say himma, or himam, different kinds of himma, the electricity, if you want to say, the power to do good actions. The enthusiasm, the power, the ability, it translates to a lot of things. The top one for that is Rasulullah. As Tesla was thinking to make towers to broadcast electricity, Prophet ﷺ is the whole broadcaster. Mumidul Himam, Mumidul Himam. The one who extends the himma, broadcasts the Mamdul Himam. Coming from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that no one can imagine, coming to the creation through that means, that power comes into being and is broadcast, is sent everywhere. And he's picked up by his deputies, his inheritors, awliya al-kiram, friends of God, deputies of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They take that huge voltage and they make it to where people can use, and they give it. Sometimes, if they're advanced, they can hear the Shaykh's voice saying this or that. People have reported that. Some they can see. Some, it gives a boost. It gives a boost to sit and think of your Shaykh. A electricity kind of a power comes to you, a boost to be able to do. The Shaykh wants his murids or muridas, men or women, to spend their time as much as possible for Allah. I was listening one suhba today from years ago. Malana says we're passing through this world. It's a short passage through this life to take as much as we can to prepare for the next life. By that he meant to take as much blessings, spiritual jewels, he said. Not to waste our time only on dunya, but to try and get blessings. Those blessings are achieved by good actions, by being with Allah, zikr, reading Quran, fasting, praying, making dua, making salawat, sitting in softbus, all kinds of good actions. To do that, it needs a power. So many people, they can't find the himmah to attend, to do good actions. I can't get up to pray. I can't fast. I can't make zikr. I can't give sadaqah. I can't pay zakat. I can't go to Mecca. I can't go to zikr even. I can't go to Juma. I can't go. If a person will try to bring their heart into contact with their sheikh's heart, that himmah should jump on the power to do good actions, to spend your time gathering jewels, getting mercy, getting blessings, getting lights. None of it's going to be wasted. If a person can't become wali in this life, next life they should reach the fruits of that. If they are fortunate and they accumulate enough power, they might reach what some human beings reached, that every Quran says every prophet and everyone given hikmat, even not even the rank of prophet, even wise men, saints, good people, all of them were calling people to be what? To be Rabbani, kunu Rabbaniyun, to be such people that their hearts opened and Allah was teaching them without studying. Said Abdul Aziz Dabakh in Fez, that was what he said. He said Rabbani, he had a disciple who was a high alim, scholar, and he was ummi. He didn't read or write, and that scholar was asking him, what about some words in Quran that's not Arabic? One of them was Rabbaniyun, Rabbaniyin. He says from Syriac language, the language of Sayyidina Adam, the language from heavens. Angels speak in that language. There is a hadith, and he said it was from Imam Suyuti, that people accept him. He said, a strange thing, the questioning in the grave is in Syriac. The angels are going to speak not in Arabic or in Syriac language, the angelic language. And he said that Rabbaniyin, Kunu Rabbaniyin, that every prophet was trying to get their people to be that. It means the one who takes from Allah lights and knowledge without studying. Their heart opens, means without this, comes directly. This, the mind filters and blocks everything. He said it was better your eating and drinking is closer to Allah because it's your senses experience directly. When you think about something, the mind begins to play with it and acts like a filter. Rabbani, those who are taking lights directly, like Sayyidina Khidr alayhi salam. Allah says, a servant from among my servants. فَوَجِدَ عَبْدًا مِنْ عِبَادِنَا. One servant from among my servants. Might be many. Allah might make us to be one. We have hope. وَلَقَدْ كَرَمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. Allah honored the children of Adam and Eve. To be what? To be Rabbani'in. To be our hearts open to take heavenly lights. But it takes a long training, a long discipline. Not everyone can do that, but we have to try to move, to try and fill our time as much as we can. We might not be able to do what they did in the old days to reach. If you read the stories of awliya, what they went through to reach their station, we can't do it nowadays. long seclusions, and difficult fastings, and difficult exercisings, different kinds of things. We can't do it. But he said, Maulana Sheikh says, take this, be busy, fill your time at least to be with Allah. If you can't be with Allah, fake it at least. They say when you're reading Quran, if you can't weep, make yourself to weep. Try to spend as much of your time with Allah. This is a good way. This tasbih is useful for that. And ask from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, coming through prophets, coming through awliya al-kiram, himma, that power to do good actions, and inspirations to know what to do, how to move. Rabbi, how was that dua go? Rabbi, no, بترك اللهم ارحمني بترك معاصي أبدا ما ألقيتني وارحمني ما تقرف ما لا يعنيني وارزقني حسن النظر فيما يرضيك عني. Oh my Lord, enable me to avoid sins all my life. Enable me to avoid what doesn't concern me. Shaitan, one of his big tricks to make us involved in something that doesn't concern us, our time is stolen. The lowest level, we lose our time. It's considered a sin to enter into what doesn't concern us. And the third one, oh my Lord, grant me a keen sense of that thing which makes you happy with me, moment by moment. To try from time to time, gather your heart with your Shaykh, and try to get that inspirations, try to get that inayat, that help, that madad, imdad, to move on the right way. So many ways, so many situations we're going to be in. There's not one answer for everything. Thousands of situations, thousands of things every day, how many seconds, hours, minutes. Each time something different might be needed. We're praying in the Hizbul Azam, grant me a very, very keen sense to know now which thing makes your pleasure, or to look at it another way, oh my Lord, make me to pay attention to my damir, my conscience. My conscience, you put that meter in me. He created every human being with a conscience to know right or wrong, true or false, stop or go, stay or move, left or right, yes or no. We have that, but we're not listening to it. We're not listening to it. May Allah grant us a power. If you think about it, it should come to you ideas, inspirations, how to connect our hearts with awliya, with that heavenly power. It's too much to say we're jumping to prophets. People say, oh, we only worship Allah. Yeah, of course we only worship Allah. But how are you going to jump to Allah? We don't, laysa kamithlihi shay. Whatever you think, it's not Allah. The Tawheed. Okay, don't say Ya Ahad. Ya Ahad, we won't recognize you. You say Ya Ahad, oh the one. Who's saying oh the one? Alaikum salam.
Sorry to bother you.
Hey.
Did anybody park next door in the restaurant parking?
I don't think.
Because we are going to lock the gate. I don't want it.
Oh, I didn't know there was anyone parked there? Okay, thank you. Don't say Ya Ahad. You won't be recognized. At that station, there's only one. Who can reach that station? Only one reached that station. It was prophets. Who's going to be on that level? Khatam al-Nabiyyin, and no prophet after him. If you reach that level, you have to be a prophet. We're Hasha, we're not. So we have to connect on the level we can connect to. Again, for electricians, he made the analogy, the power, because Tesla's theories didn't, or his ideas didn't take root in the society. They broadcast through lines, power lines, from the main power station to the, what's the next step? Substation. Thousands, megawatts, gigawatts might be coming. No one can use it. Coming huge power. It reaches that equipment, and then it's broken down to a lesser voltage, and it's sent to the streets. From there, on those poles, is transformers to make it less comes to the buildings. From there comes to the fuse box. Make it less again. Make in this country 110, England 220. We were joking. The Turkish guy went to fix it. He takes the hammer, doesn't care. 220, 1020. Comes what you can use it. 110. Then even you can't plug these phones and computers and laptops and tablets. If you put 110 directly in, you burn it. It needs more. You buy, when you get your device, you get a transformer. Also plugs in the wall, makes it down to 5 watts or 2 watts, or like that. You know better with how many watts is coming. Nothing, tiny. Like that, we're able to carry only a small amount. Awliya take that power coming from prophets and make it to be what we can use it and increase our capacity. Ibn Arabi prayed, Rabbi Habli istidadan kamila. Increase my capacity. Give me the perfect preparation to take your Rabbi Habli istidadan kamila li kabuli faydika akdas. That I can receive your lights, divine, what's fayd, outpour, fountains, or electricity, or power. We need to increase our capacity. So we have to be busy. Tariqat tries to prepare people to receive that light, to be busy. To be busy. More than only Sharia, you have to go the next step to try to increase your heart's capacity by all these tariqah exercises, riyada, to increase it. May Allah grant us. Grant us much more himma, power, and istidad, good preparation, perfect preparation. That we hope we can be those lucky people who can open before we go from this life. Prophet said, die before you die. That's the meaning. One of the meanings. You want to see someone who died before he died? Look at Abu Bakr, he said. Abu Bakr, he said, everything I took from wisdom and knowledge, I poured sabah into the heart of Abu Bakr. His preparation was perfect. And Prophet put it in a second. Not he taught him slowly, slowly. He transferred it. Whatever he wanted to transfer. We need like that, the preparation. This is Tariqat Naqshbandiyya Tiraliya, comes from its fountainhead from Sayyidina Abu Bakr. So we have chance. But we're short of the mark. We're not doing what we need to do. May Allah make us to be busy before it's too late. I went to Shaykh Hashem. I found some very nice dua, Ahmed al-Buni, from Shams al-Ma'arif, like that. I said, I can learn. He said, بعد الكبر ثاني يريد جوبة أحمر. Ahmar, after old age, he wants the red juba. But we have to keep trying. We have to try up to the end of our lives to reach, inshallah. You're all young people. Try to work harder. Try to every day improve. Sayyidina Omar used to say, if Omar isn't improved today over yesterday, better to be underground than above ground. If he can say that, what about us? Fatiha. Alhamdulillah, thanks to our Lord. We gave something to speak, because I didn't know what to speak. Alhamdulillah, this came. Assalamu alaikum.